Welcome back to our Friday edition of News Geelong. Sustainable Futures Plan Torquay Janjuk 2040 identifies the values, principles and guidelines that will apply to the area's growth over the next 30 years. Ian Nichols reports.
This is what is known as North Torquay in 2012. Behind me you can see the new council precinct going ahead at a rate of knots. You can see a lot of farmland, and you can also see the key estate, which is now closed. It's going to be a very big estate with more than 500 homes down there. The Surf Coast Shire believes that 10,000 people could ultimately be living here in the North Torquay area. What's going on at the moment is public consultation on the 2040 plan. What will Torquay and Janjuk look like by the year 2040? Council will make some decisions on this later this month, and that's why we're talking with the Mayor, Councillor Dean Webster.
Obviously, Torquay's one of the two growth nodes in the Surf Coast Shire, the other one being Winchelsea, but we experience most of our growth here in Torquay. It's certainly putting our council under pressure, it's putting our infrastructure under pressure, and because of that, we want a more strategic approach to planning this area, Torquay Janjuk. That's why we instigated the Torquay Janjuk 2040 Sustainable Futures project. So that will look at where the growth will go and what infrastructure we need out to 2040, which is indicating a population of nearly 30,000.
Yes, well, you'll be looking for consensus on this, and it's no secret that North Torquay, where you are now building your civic precinct and complex, is going to be a focus, as well as the Spring Creek Reserve area.
Yeah, that's right. Well, most of the growth over the next 28 odd years or 30 odd years in this plan will be located in Torquay North. We've also got another growth corridor, which is the Spring Creek corridor, which the new government minister has indicated will be residential growth, no matter what council's decision is.
Now, I understand right at this 11th hour there are some issues you want to clear up with the planning minister, the former planning minister, who has created a problem for you.
Well, yes, the former planning minister and the previous Labor government decided to change the settlement boundary against our wishes. We actually asked the previous minister to not to move the settlement boundary until the end of the 2040 project, which is finishing on the end of July. But unfortunately, in his wisdom, he decided to move the boundary, so that then became the settlement boundary for Torquay Janjuk. The current government and the current minister supported that, and the current minister has given us a push. Just recently, a letter 2 days ago saying, "Hurry up! We want some direction. We want you to say some direction to the government and to the community where the growth will be." So we're still working with him. The minister hasn't taken our powers of planning. We're working hand in hand with him. We'll make a decision on the 27th of July, and we'll continue to work with him with growth directions in Torquay. But Spring Creek is included, no matter what council says.
Reporting from North Torquay, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. Do you enjoy your hot water bottle or electric blanket in bed on these cold winter nights? Do you enjoy the comfort of your favourite woolen jumper or jacket when you venture out into the cold mornings and evenings of winter? Then give a thought to those who are not so lucky as we are. Meryl Friend reports.
Well, with this terribly cold winter weather, this is an amazing job that's being done here at Ariston. The staff are getting together and collecting warm clothes, warm blankets and bags for the homeless, and we were able to speak with some of the people involved.
Well, it's an initiative that originally started up by GMHBA staff members, which was grabbed onto by one of our own staff members here at Family Services, and the Family Services staff members have decided to contribute coats and blankets, bags for the homeless.
And so how long has this been running?
It's been running a couple of months, a couple of months.
And what's the hope that you'll be able to provide for the homeless?
Just supporting those less fortunate than us out on the streets, particularly during these cold winter nights. There's plenty of fog around this morning. Providing them with blankets, warm clothes, bags, essential items, just to make things a little more comfortable for them.
Okay, tell us about these street swag, Swampy.
Well, the original idea for these started in Brisbane probably about 5 years ago, and they've gradually become perfected. These things weigh around 3 kilo. They hold about 20 litres of clothing, and the guys grab them. They're convenient. Right, and they're ready to go. Okay. The point of them is, one, they're warm. In summertime, it's shelter, they're mosquito proof. Salvos basically sponsor them for us at the moment. What we'd love to see is even an individual can sponsor one. They're around $70 each. They're the most brilliant thing ever for the guys. I've got to remember how to do it. On the ground, bang. In the wintertime, a sleeping bag or a blanket, that's all they need. Summertime, they find they have to strip off because they get too warm. But they're so convenient, they're practical, they're basically self-supporting. They're basically self-supporting. They've got their own mattress in them, and they just fill them up with their clothes, and there's their pillow. We prefer these to be dealt with through Salvos, Salvos Connect. Damien Bernasconi's the guy to contact at Salvos Connect, and he can, if someone wants to go direct and buy, say 6, 10, whatever, he can give them the number and they can deal with the company direct. Individuals, if they just want to give him a cheque, credit card, whatever, to get them, we'll use them. How many of these would we have given out?
45 in the last 2 months.
45 in 2 months, and probably over 100 over the 12 months.
12 months.
There's something the guys value. Right, once they realise what they're for, they value them so much. Right, it's because they don't need to be carrying 10 bags or a sleeping bag, the whole works. This thing does a whole lot.
I'm proud to be associated with the people in Geelong because they've been so giving, and it really does open and warm people's hearts.
And so what's the program all about?
Well, it's to help the homeless and the needy. I mean, it is winter now, it's getting cold, and it's not a place to be sleeping on the streets. So the idea was simply to give people some more warmer blankets and warmer clothing to try and keep as many people warm as we can.
From Ariston, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. This is News Geelong as we go to a break and return with sport and weather after this.